We are talking about the Fibonacci tool. What is it? How to use it? What are the key levels? And how do you apply it to your chart? Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, so the first thing I want to get into in this video is talking about what is the Fibonacci tool. So the Fibonacci tool is a technical analysis tool used by traders to identify potential levels of support and resistance in the price chart. Okay, so these key levels are typically your 23.6 level, your 38.2, your 50% level, your 61.8 level. And as you guys can see on my chart, I have the 70% level and pretty much the 79% level. And those two levels were levels that I learned from ICT, right? These numbers are often used to predict key price levels in the markets, right? I use the Fibonacci a little bit different. I mainly only use it for premium and discount zone. I don't really use like optimum trade entries, what ICT teaches, or anything like that. But I'm going to show you guys how most traders use the Fibonacci tool and how you can use the Fibonacci tool as well if that's what you want to use it for, if you want to use it to look for entries as well. At one point in time, I did use the Fibonacci tool for entries. I do not anymore, but in my opinion, you can still use it for entries. Just know that it have to be coupled up with other things, right? You can't just use the Fibonacci by itself and just take entries from there. I mean, you can do that, but I would advise against it, right? So understand this, that these levels are derived by taking the vertical distance between the significant high and low price on the chart and applying the Fibonacci ratios to this range, right? Traders use these levels to identify where our market may reverse, find support or resistance, or where price may stall out at, right? And then, like I said earlier, traders often combine the Fibonacci retracements with other technical tools to confirm trade setups, right? So on my screen right now, this is what the Fibonacci tool looks like. Okay, now if I delete it and put it back on the chart, and the only reason I want to do that is so I can show you guys one thing, right? The Fibonacci tool is always placed from left to right. It doesn't matter if you're going from swing high to swing low or swing low to swing high. You always start by placing your Fibonacci like this, from left to right. Okay, so you're never putting your Fibonacci tool like this, right, from right to left. You're never doing that, ever. It's always left to right. All right, so now that we have some of the basic things that, right, what makes the Fibonacci, right, I'm going to show you guys how to use the Fibonacci. So the first thing you want to do when using the Fibonacci tool is you want to identify a trend. Okay, so there's three different trends in the market, right? There's an uptrend, and now we all, or at least most of us, know about the uptrend. That's typically when the market is making higher highs and higher lows. There's a downtrend. That's when the market is making lower highs and lower lows. And then we have consolidation, right? And that is essentially when the market is bouncing between a high and a low, right? It's stuck in between the range. So I'm going to give you guys an example of how to use the Fibonacci tool, right? So we're going to go into the price right now. Let's just go on a 4-hour chart. All right, and now I'm going to find a high and a low. Okay, it could be any high, it could be any low. I'm just going to put it right here. Okay. So notice how when I put my Fibonacci on my chart from the low to the high, all right, this is the swing low that I use right here. I'm going to put a little bubble on that. And this was the swing high that I used. All right. You might not be able to see it clear unless I zoom all the way in. Now, typically, like I said, the first thing you want to do is identify a range. And then the second thing you want to do is apply the Fibonacci tool, right? And the third thing you want to do is observe the key Fibonacci levels, all right? So what I always talk about, and pretty much how I use my Fibonacci tool, is that the 50% level on my Fibonacci tool, which is the yellow line, right? The yellow line that's on my chart, that's the 50% level on my Fibonacci tool. Now, let's say you identify the trend, right? And as you guys can see, just from just looking at this chart right here, this is a uptrend on a 4-hour chart. All right. Now, most of the time when you're using the Fibonacci, you're mostly only using it for premium and discount zones, right? So for me, I like to use it. I like to always make sure that it comes below the 50% level before I start looking for an entry to take back up to the buy. But there's other ways you can use it as well to read price. Like, for example, let's say that the market would have came to this 20% level, right? This 20 or 30% level and kept going up higher. That the only thing that means is that it's a really bullish market, and price is probably going to continue to go up really fast, right? So that's another way to use the Fibonacci tool to read price action. As you guys can see right here, these 3 lines on my chart, these 3 red lines on my chart is what I got from ICT. These are his optimal trade entry lines. I do not really use them to enter the market, but as you guys can see, the market typically does respect these lines, right? The market typically does respect these lines sometimes. So like I said, you can use these things, but I wouldn't only use the Fibonacci tool. I would couple it with other things, maybe fair value gaps, order blocks, things of that nature, right? But, you know, the Fibonacci tool is a pretty powerful tool. All right. So this is essentially how you use your Fibonacci tool to find ranges. I'm going to give you guys another example right here. I'm going to give you guys another example. Let me remove everything off of my chart. All right, let's go. Let's find not as clean market, right? So let's say we use this swing low right here. All right, let's say we use this swing low right here. And then I'm going to put it on this swing high up here. Okay, so I'm going to put my fib on that swing low, swing high. Remember, we always go from left to right. Now notice how price only came down into the 20 to 30% level, right? Which is those pink lines on my chart. These are the 20 to 30% level. So what do that mean, right? The only thing that means is that when you're using the Fibonacci tool, right, you're marking out a range. That's why it's important to be able to identify swing highs and swing lows. I do have a video on that for if you guys want to watch that to learn how to identify swing highs and swing lows. And notice how it only came back down to the 20 to 30% range and it kept going up, right? So as I just told you guys, when you guys see this on your chart, this essentially means that the market really wants to make an uptrend, right? It wants to move up, and it wants to move up fast. And then y'all can see that's exactly what the market did. It kept going up, right? Now, as the market continues to go up, the only thing you have to do then is follow the steps. Identify a trend, find your swing lows, find your swing highs, okay? And then utilize those key levels on the chart, right? So, I mean, on the Fibonacci. So another thing I want to point out to you as well, some people may teach the Fibonacci tool in this way. I want to just point this out because I don't really use it this way, but this is nothing wrong with at least knowing this information, right? So when I first started trading, people would say, oh, if it goes down to the 50% level, that means that the uptrend is becoming weak. Or if it goes down to the 80% level or the 70% level, that means that the uptrend or that means that the trend is starting to become weak. I do not completely agree with that. However, it's nothing wrong with at least knowing that, right? Because it's the same analogy of if it comes down to the 20 or 30%, it means that it's really strong. So I don't really use this information that much right now in my trading today, but at least having this knowledge is going to make you a better trader, especially as a beginner trader. So that's essentially how to use the Fibonacci tool. If you guys want to copy my Fibonacci tool settings, I can show y'all my settings right here. Let me see. I can show y'all my settings. So the zero is I got 0 to 1, and so these green bubbles right here to the left, these are like my take profit areas. And then obviously the yellow box is my 50% level. And then I have the 62% level, the 70%, 79%, 20 and 30% levels. All right. So these are my fib settings right here. If y'all want to copy this down, I want to give y'all at least one more example of the Fibonacci. Like, let's go to a higher time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. Okay. So we're just going to find a random swing low, right? Let's use this little swing low right here. Then we're going to put it on this little swing high right here. Then we're going to extend this out. Okay. So this is how I use the Fibonacci tool, right? I like to always wait for the market to come inside of a discount zone. And if you guys don't know what premium discount is, I do have a video about that. The link will be in my description below. Make sure y'all check that out. But essentially all the discount zone is, all right, think about what we just talked about on the Fibonacci. Discount is just 50% off or more, right? So anything 50% or higher. So when the market made this swing low right here, and then it came up and made this swing high, when we put our fib on that, anything below 50% is discount zone, right? So think about, if you're buying something, you typically want to be buying it at a discount. And that's the same way that we look at things in the trading world, right? If you want to be a buyer, you want to buy at a discount. You don't want to see the market make this swing low and then swing high and then come back down to the 20%, and then you're trying to be a buyer right there, right? You're still buying at a premium. Imagine if you would have took that buy and then the market continues to go down, then you get stopped out of the trade, and then next thing you know, the market continues to go up without you, right? So this is how I use the Fibonacci settings. I mostly just always want to know that I'm in a discount zone, right? I'll give y'all one more example of how that looks. Okay. So like, let's say I use this entire range right here. Actually, no, let's do this swing low. Then I'm going to put it on this swing high. Okay. Now notice, right, we're on a daily chart. So another tip I want to give y'all is this. When you're using the Fibonacci tool, you never want to go this far back in price action, because notice how I put my Fibonacci tool on a swing low that was made in September 2024, right? I don't want to go back that far. So what I teach people to do is this, right? When you're on the higher time frames, right, like the daily time frame, you want to zoom into the chart, and so you can be more current, so you can know what's going on in the current markets, right? So I will use this swing low, and then I would take it up to this swing high, right? And notice how the same thing happened again. We're in an uptrending market, right? We identified our trend, right? Notice the trend right here. I'm gonna help you guys know that we got a low, right? Then the market made a high, it made a low, then it made a higher high, made a higher low, and then a higher high, right? That is the key definition of a uptrend, right? So we identified our trend. We know that the market is uptrending, which means what? We want to be looking to take buys. We want to be looking to take buys. Now, obviously, you can find sales in an uptrending market. I'll show you guys how to do that maybe in a later video, but just for the sake of keeping this video fairly short, we're going to only be looking for buys in this market, right? Just for this example. So we're going to come here because we're on a daily chart. We want to find a range, right? So let me take this Fibonacci off for a second because I want to show you guys something. Notice how, you know, there's not really much of a range inside of this zone, right? There's a swing high right here and a swing low we can use. There's a swing low right here and a swing high that we can use, right? So like, let's say we wanted to put our Fibonacci like this. It's the same thing. Sorry, it's the same thing, right? When the market comes above the 50% level, that's when we know that we're in a premium, right? So a premium, vice versa, means that if you're looking for a sell, you want to sell for a premium, right? I always make this same analogy in all of my videos. Think about if you was a business owner and you're selling some products. If you're selling your products, you always want to sell them for a premium, right? If you're a customer and you're buying products, you always want to buy at a discount. And this is the same type of ideas that we use in the trading world, right? So let's use this swing low right here. Remember, we always go from left to right. And then we analyze our key levels. Okay. So notice how the price, notice how the bodies of these candles right here respected this level so much, right? And the Fibonacci tool is not a random tool. It really do work, but you have to couple it with other things. Me personally, the only thing that I use this tool for is finding premium and discount zones, right? So for me, when I look at this swing low and this swing high, I know that everything under this 50% level is discount, right? Means that means that, okay, the market is still in the uptrend. How do I know it's still in the uptrend? Because on the daily time frame, it never broke this low. Okay, if it would have broke this low and the body closed below this low, that's what's called a reversal. That's something that I'm going to talk about more in a later video. But as long as, you know, the trend is still making higher lows and higher highs, then we know that we're in an uptrend, right? So when you find your range to put your fib on, and then you notice that the market comes below the 50% level, then all you're going to do then is look at your key levels on your Fibonacci chart to figure out where to take the trade, right? And then you're going to couple that with something else. Like right here, we have these two candles is an order block. If you guys want to learn more about order blocks, the description will be in the link below. And you can couple this right here with the Fibonacci to take your entry, right? And then you wait for the market to go back up to figure out a place to sell. And that is essentially how you use the Fibonacci tool. It's a very important tool to know how to use. Do not beat yourself up if you do not know how to use this tool right off the rip. And if you're a beginner trader, when I first started trading, I pretty much gave up on trying to learn how to use this tool because I thought it was so complicated. But what you have to learn how to do as well is go into your charts and practice, right? You can watch a million videos, but you will never really learn how to do these things until you start to apply it for yourself.